Well, tell me one thing. How many times has it happened that you made a plan for your entire day, made a list of all the tasks you had to do, and completed all those tasks one by one at the exact time? Whatever you thought, now perhaps some of you will answer, sometimes or never. Now perhaps you might be feeling that the reason behind this is lack of motivation, procrastination, or legniva, which is called the planning delay, because psychologists say that because of this psychological bias, number one is the planning fallacy. Humans have natural tendencies to have their own abilities. Overestimating means overestimating one's ability. That is why whenever someone asks us how much time will it take to complete the work, almost most of us answer by being overly optimistic. That is, if someone has the time to do a work realistically, it will take 2 days, but that person feels that he can do it in 1 day. It takes more time than we had thought to do the same work. So next time, whenever you're planning something, then do this. Keep in mind that you should think as realistically and practically as possible. Otherwise, you will fail by getting trapped in planning, or you will make commitments to people, but will fail in fulfilling that commitment. This is such a psychological fact that it will help you in taking many decisions every day, and it will always be useful to you throughout your life. We are going to tell you such amazing psychological facts further, which will always be useful in your daily life. But now, we give you a challenge. You have to remain fully focused till the end of the video. Do let us know by commenting at the end of the video if you passed or failed while watching. Second is the number to the contrast effect. Imagine it. The words of water are that in one there is icy cold water and in the other there is normal water. Now if you put your right hand in that icy water for 1 minute and then after 1 minute, now you will put both your hands in normal water and your left hand will give you sharp. It will feel normal, but the right hand will feel as if you have put your hand in hot water. There is a psychological phenomenon behind this, which is called contrast. The effect says that in front of a bad thing, even an average thing starts looking good, whereas in front of an extremely expensive thing, even a very expensive thing starts looking of normal price. We would like a 57 person more than a 52 person. But if you bring that 57 person in front of a 62 person, then the value of that 57 person will reduce in our eyes. That's why most of the people go for 10 to 15,000. They think of buying a phone, but due to this contrast effect, in the end, they buy a phone worth 18, 20, or even reach 25,000. Use of contrast effect. Apple App Site Association, like iPhone, iPhone Mini, iPhone Pro, iPhone Pro Max, so as to play 7 physiological tricks of the customer. That is why, stay away from this physiological hack, because in most of the marketing and advertising people are forcing you to do this. In order to buy things, many people also try to increase their personal value by living among people who are less than them, due to which their value becomes more visible and they use it for their own benefit. You must never disagree. We also use this psychological trick in our daily life, in our communication, and according to you. You should also use this powerful trick if you want people to listen to you and understand your point of view. Then never disagree with them. That is, do not tell them directly that I do not agree with you at all. Cognitive neuroscience at University College London and MIT. Tali Sharot published a research where he made 42 volunteers, i.e. pairs of 42 people, and asked them to guess the value of a real estate property where their brain was being scanned in real time. Each person was deciding the value of that place according to him, but when both partners together decide its valuation, i.e. price, and when they agree with the other person's perspective, the cognitive receptivity and openness regions of their brains light up, whereas when both people disagree with each other, their brains light up. This region is closed, after which both of them were never able to decide the values together. So whether it is your personal life or professional communication, works as both a solution and a problem. You can get an idea of the long-term health of any relationship from this. You can make every fight that makes relationships better or makes them worse. If you do not want your relationships to deteriorate or to have arguments or fights with people, even unwillingly, then no matter what happens, never start your conversation by disagreeing with the other person. There, it will shut down the brain and they will not be able to listen to you anymore, nor will they want to listen to you. No matter what you do, your conflict will keep on increasing. This psychological trick will be very useful in your daily life when you are not talking to someone. If you do, then you will start your talk by saying, "Look, you are right in your place, but I feel that whatever you want to say next, say it." Number 4 is the story. Which of these 2 stories by the English novelist E.M. Forster will you remember more? First, the king died and the queen also died. Or secondly, if the king died, the queen also died in sorrow. Comment and tell me option A or B. Now if you have chosen option B, then you're not alone. We all are a part of story bias. Here, both the deaths do not happen simultaneously, but in reality they're commits. There's a gap in between where there is a story. Queen struggle, i.e. story A is a fact report, while story B is a meaning and emotion are connected. Taking advantage of this, advertising has mastered it. Nowadays, people sell the story behind their products rather than the benefits of their products. Example, for this, look at the author Yuval Noah Harari. He has become the most successful anthropology author of all time by selling 28 million copies of his book Sapiens. However, if you read his book, you will see that he does not discuss any new such unique ideas in his book. In fact, he himself has admitted that he did not even do any new research for this book. In fact, whatever information was already available, he explained that information through a masterful storytelling, whose result was so extraordinary that he had never. Number 5, perception is reality. Sometimes hours pass by doing some work and you don't even realize it. Whereas if you have to stand outside somewhere and wait for 15 minutes, then these 15 minutes turn into many hours. In the physical world, we measure time in hours, minutes, and seconds. Whereas in our mental world, time does not work like this. What matters about management and uncertainty is the more you keep your mind busy with something, the more the sense of time decreases, the more uncertainty you have about the time, the more time it will take. Understand this with an example. Do you know that companies like you and Bola do not reduce your waiting time? Earlier, the time it took you to get a taxi is still the same today, because it is visible to you that the vehicle will arrive in 5 or 10 minutes. This makes the time pass quickly, whereas when you do not know how much time it will take, time seems very long. This is why there are mirrors in the lift. These are placed so that people remain busy looking at themselves and lose track of time. Something is kept in the waiting room for the customers to play or read, so that they do not have to wait too long. By using this principle, you can change the value of your time. Number 6, spread of cost. You must have often heard about people that at one time someone was running a good business, but to run that business, they kept on taking loan after loan and moving forward. He had to close that business and also those beyond. I also incurred more debt because they were thinking that now that they have invested so much money, perhaps if I invest more money, my earlier loss will be recovered. And because they have invested so much time, hard work, and money in that business, that they don't even realize that now their business has started failing. This is the cost. To recover our one loss, we keep on incurring more losses, which sometimes proves to be very dangerous for us. You are in a toxic relationship. Your partner hurts you again and again. Sorry, says your friend, suggest you that end the relationship, but you say, friend, you have invested so much energy and time in this relationship. Ending it now is not a solution. This tension spreads. It is most dangerous when you have already invested your time, money, and energy. And the higher it is, the greater will be the chances of getting trapped in this trap. Number 7, the specificity trap. This concept is used a lot in the medical field. If someone has a headache due to migraine, then its cause can range from viral infection to brain tumor, but Dr. Flinked. First of all, treat it like a viral infection, because the base rate of viral infection is high compared to brain tumor. Whenever you are evaluating something, make sure that you do not fall into this specificity trap if it is considered simply. So many people lie using this trap. They add a lot of fine detailing to their lies so that people believe their words. Whereas if you believe their words, then if you remove the detailing, then their lies will be clearly visible. If you want to catch the lies of such people, then ask them more questions related to that thing and keep asking for details. There will come a point when both you and he will realize that his lie has been caught. If you found this video helpful, please like it and click the subscribe button to support the channel's growth. Also, turn on notifications so you don't miss upcoming videos. If you want us to make videos on any other topics or problems, please let us know in the comments, and we will try to cover them.